Hi guys, Magic here. I just thought I'd stop in and let you know some of my goals for this year. Um, well, a lot of my goals right now kind of revolve around my health. Like one of them is that I will take better care of myself. In my journal, I actually tell myself I'm going to take exceptional care of myself. It includes brushing teeth, etc. Just doing things that generally keep me healthy and okay. Seeing as how I go through bouts of depression, sometimes those things can get really hard, or they feel really hard, even though I know they're just simple things. They feel hard. Does that make sense? Anyone suffering with depression probably understands where I'm coming from, but it's one of those things. So I'm trying to work on taking better care of myself, take my medicine every day because don't have a thyroid anymore. Kind of need that medicine. Sorry if you can hear the kids in the other room. Unfortunately, this is an apartment and we don't really have a room where I can have it just silence. So I apologize. Then there's also the one of the things I write down is that I want to be exceptional at my career field, which is something that I'm currently working on. I don't have the degrees that I need yet to do the career that I wanted, but I'm also not 100% sure if this is the right path for me either. So while I'm waiting to see if I can get accepted into school, I'm also kind of deciding if it's really the path that I want. Right now, I believe it is. Another one that I have is that I'm going to I want to be an exceptional mother. I try every day to do the best I can at being a good mom. According to my kids, I am. But every moms have a lot of mom guilt, and sometimes we just feel bad. Like I don't always feel like I'm doing enough, even if I do everything that I can, or like it just normal mom guilt. So I want to be an exceptional mom. I feel like I'm doing okay there. Another thing that I want to try to do is make sure that obviously with taking care of myself, I'm also trying to exercise every day for at least 30 minutes, trying to drink my water, although the water part's a lot harder than the exercise. Then we have that I want to finish publishing the book that I am working on now. It's called The Asylum Gates. It's still getting it proofread, so I don't know. My other book, Shadows That Bind Me here, is still on Amazon and Kindle and now on Audible, if you'd like to check it out. And because selling more copies of that book is also on my goals. It's if you don't know what it's about, I can read you the back part of it for a little bit. Stumbling in the darkness, feeling all alone, no signs of light. We have all felt this way at one point or another. In this compilation of short stories and other miscellaneous writings, we will traverse the shadows that a young girl once walked through while dealing with the traumas of her childhood and early adult years, trying to find hope in this darkness. Writing kept her going and helped her find a light in even the most hopeless situations. Through this book, you can walk with her through the wounds of her past. You may very well find yourself among these pages and maybe even find a light in the dark. After all, no matter how alone we feel, we are never truly alone. It's basically whenever I was trying to write a book, I was scared. So an idea is that I take all my old writings, all my poems and short stories that my teachers in high school and early college liked, or Ted told me to publish, and some of the stuff that I was just proud of that I never showed anybody, and just compile it into something and then publish it, just to prove to myself I could, and it wasn't that scary, so I could publish other books. Like I'm working on a series right now that's going to start with The Asylum Gates, obviously. The first story in this one is actually a story I wrote for my mother at 2 a.m. So if you would like to check it out, it's called The Shadows That Bind Me by Candace Shattuck. I'd really appreciate it. And thank you again for your support, whether you decide to check it out or not. Other than that, I am trying to make sure that I keep up on my studies. That kind of deals with the school stuff too, but like it's a side thing, like something I'm just really interested in, but I kind of have to study for what I was wanting to do at this point. Obviously I want to publish the other book, but you know, again, got to get through this process again. Then we have that I wanted to, I'm sorry, I'm trying to focus. I got a lot of stuff going on out there that I can hear, and it's just kind of distracting me. Like I said, one of my goals here is to always be real with you guys, so this is just my life. It's crazy. Let's see, so one of my goals is that I want to be debt free. Right now I have paid off a quarter of my debt. I am working on the rest of it slowly but surely. Hopefully we can make more progress. 2020 I did pay off the most debt I've ever paid off in my entire debt paying years. But we're working on it little by little. And then there was that, let's see, so we talked about 4 main ones, and then we talked about the 2 dealing with the book, I believe, debt free. All right, so the last 2 are, sorry, I was trying to keep track because like there was 10 goals that I was wanting to share with you guys that I couldn't remember which ones I already got over and which ones I hadn't. So the last 2 is one, I would like to own a house eventually. I know that's probably not going to happen, and definitely not going to happen until way after I pay off my debt. At least not on my own. And then we have, aside from that, my final goal, and this one has always seemed outrageous, and most people think that I'm just dumb, is that I want to live in a castle. Never really been that big into princesses, but when I was a kid, I really liked the idea of castles, and I really wanted one. And so I've always said one day I'm going to live in a castle, and it's just something I've always said, and I believe it still. My dad says he'll build a siege tower if it ever happens because he doesn't believe it'll happen, but I'm hopeful. I'm still hopeful. I mean, I'm still young. I'm only 28, so surely it can happen. Still, I mean, got lots of years left, right? Hopefully. Anyway, guys, those are my goals. It sounds like my baby's upset, so I better go figure out what's wrong with him. Remember, love always wins, so go out and spread the love, guys. Thank you again.